Is Kevin Keegan a football legend, or just a grumpy old man who can't stand successful women? Well, gentlemen, Kevin Keegan, the fiery-haired football legend known for his passionate outbursts, has done it again. But this time, it's not about a referee's bad call. His recent comments about women in football have sparked a whole new kind of controversy. So, is the iconic player simply old-fashioned, or is there something deeper behind his views? Let's find out while also covering the legendary legacy of Keegan. Kevin Keegan, or King Kev, as fans affectionately called him, was an absolute legend in English football. Born in 1951, his love for football started very early. His uncle gifted him his first football, and his dad bought him his first boots after a lucky win at the races, and this is how it all began. Young Keegan loved nothing more than kicking a football around in Hyde Park, often using his baby brother Michael's pushchair as a makeshift goalpost, but breaking into professional football wasn't a walk in the park for Keegan. He had trials with Coventry City and Doncaster Rovers, but neither panned out. Despite these bumps in the road, Keegan's love for sports never waned. At 15, Keegan left school and got a job as an office clerk. He joked that he spent more time making tea than doing actual work. But his real passion was football. He played for local teams, and one day, an older player saw his potential and got him a trial at Scunthorpe United. Keegan's talent landed him a professional contract. Keegan made his debut at 17 and quickly became a star player. Despite the team's financial struggles, he played his heart out and attracted the attention of bigger clubs. At first, he wasn't sure about leaving, but the chance to move up was exciting. While at Scunthorpe, he scored 18 goals in 124 games and helped the team get pretty far in the FA Cup. Then, in 1971, this young lad caught the eye of Liverpool's scout. The scout was well respected by the manager, Bill Shankly, so Liverpool made an offer for Keegan to his team, Scunthorpe United. Scunthorpe agreed, and their manager personally drove Keegan over to Liverpool to seal the deal. Liverpool initially saw Keegan as a midfielder, but Shankly decided to try him out as a striker. Keegan had this attacking spirit that kind of went against the usual tactics, but he did so well in a pre-season game that Shankly changed his mind and decided to keep him as a striker. Anyway, in the 72-73 season, things got heated. Liverpool was neck and neck with Leeds and Arsenal for the First Division title, but King Kev swooped in with a goal against Leeds, securing a 2-0 win, and Liverpool snagged their first major trophy since '66. Next season, Keegan was on fire, scoring left and right. Sure, they lost the league to Leeds, but they nabbed the FA Cup with Keegan scoring a brace in the final. In the next couple of years, Keegan helped Liverpool secure both the league and UEFA Cup, scoring in both legs of the UEFA Cup final. He was great, you know, a legend in making, or a legend already made. So, not much later, in 1984, he decided to retire on his 33rd birthday. He had a moment of realization during a match against Liverpool where he couldn't outpace a defender, Mark Lawrenson. This made him face the fact that his speed, a key asset in his playing style, was declining. Rather than continuing to play and potentially being forced to change positions, Keegan decided to hang up his boots on a high note. He knew he could still play well, but didn't want to risk his legacy by adapting to a new role. In April 1985, Keegan briefly came out of retirement to play 2 games for Blacktown City in Australia. He scored in his first game, but the team lost 3-2 to Canberra City. After retiring, Keegan moved to Spain with his family. He said he wouldn't go into football management, but did some work as a TV pundit. Now, we know you must be wondering, why are we talking about his career trajectory rather than telling what exactly he said? Well, it's important for you to understand his enigma before you judge him, based on a very recent controversy that may or may not be that explosive. So, in 2023, Kevin Keegan found himself in hot water recently due to some controversial comments. He said he doesn't like listening to female former footballers commentating on men's matches. This sparked a big debate, with many people calling him out for being sexist. Keegan's comments specifically targeted female pundits who talk about the England men's team. He felt they couldn't offer the same insights as men because they hadn't had the same experiences. This didn't go down well with a lot of people. Many former female players and pundits spoke up against Keegan's views. They argued that their experiences in the sport, even if different from men's, are still valuable and relevant. Some even pointed out that many female pundits have played at a high level and understand the game very well. Interestingly, not everyone disagreed with Keegan. Some people in the football world, like Joey Barton and Peter Shilton, defended him. They said his comments were taken out of context and that he wasn't trying to be disrespectful. However, this didn't stop the criticism from pouring in. The whole situation highlights the ongoing discussion about gender equality in football. While women's football has grown in popularity, there's still a lot of debate about the roles women play in the sport, especially when it comes to commentating and analysing men's games. As much as we love him, people around the globe have their own opinions, and we can't stop them from passing comments about this legend or calling him sexist. What we can do, however, is tell you how great he was and how legendary his career has been all this while. After Kevin's retirement, he tried his hands at management. Keegan's first big managerial gig was with Newcastle United in 1992. The club was in a rough spot, struggling in the second tier of English football. But Keegan's arrival was like a breath of fresh air. With his charismatic and energetic approach, he turned things around quickly. By the end of his first full season, Newcastle had won promotion to the Premier League. Once they were back in the top flight, Keegan's Newcastle became known for their thrilling, attacking football. They played with such flair and excitement that fans dubbed them the Entertainers. One of the most memorable seasons was 1995-96, when they came so close to winning the Premier League, only to finish second after leading for most of the season. After a short stint at Fulham, Keegan took on the role of England national team manager in 1999. This period wasn't as successful, with the team struggling to meet high expectations. So after a disappointing defeat to Germany in 2000, Keegan decided to step down. Now, after his success with Fulham and England, Keegan took over Manchester City in 2001. And guess what? Just like with Newcastle, he brought them straight back to the Premier League in his first season. He was a real promotion specialist, that one. Keegan then helped City establish themselves as a solid Premier League team over the next few years. He stayed with them until 2005, and they really appreciated his contributions there. But his heart belonged to Newcastle, and in 2008, he couldn't resist going back to manage the club again. Sadly, things didn't quite work out this time, and some disagreements behind the scenes led him to resign after just 8 months. Even though he didn't win a ton of trophies as a manager, Keegan was loved by fans because his teams always played exciting, attacking football. He really believed in bringing joy to the game, and people still remember him fondly for that. All in all, Kevin Keegan's legacy in football is undeniable. From his early days kicking a football around Hyde Park to becoming a star at Liverpool and beyond, Keegan's career was marked by passion, talent, and a love for the game. His achievements as both a player and a manager have cemented his status as a football legend. However, in 2023, Keegan's comments about female pundits commentating on men's matches stirred a significant backlash. He expressed discomfort with women analysing men's football, arguing they lacked the same experiences as their male counterparts. This viewpoint was criticised by many who saw it as sexist and outdated. While some defended Keegan, suggesting his remarks were misunderstood, the controversy underscores ongoing debates about gender equality in football. Despite the criticism, Keegan's contributions to the sport remain monumental, reflecting a career that has left an indelible mark on football history.